It is Saturday night. We're talking about Alexander the Great. Deep dive tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight we're going to be talking about Alexander the Great. I've got Mario with me. But more importantly, I see Jigglyplum is watching. Jigglyplum, I need you to get over to Rumble so you can join us for the full deep dive. Okay? And I've got a little something special for you. I want to talk to your favorite boy today. Jiggly. I got you something special. You ready?
Oh, lords. Ooh. Fucking thick.
Looking thick there, Plum.
Ooh.
Looking jiggly. Woo. Shoo, buddy. I could not help myself. I simply could not help myself.
Now, what you need to do is talk to Prime Minister or President. I don't know what they have, Albanese, okay, and tell him like, hey, our boy Jigglyplum, he actually gets freedom of speech. 3 Americans vouch for him, and basically he's an honorary American, and Americans don't have to follow your stupid fucking laws, okay?
Yeah, so just tell him, listen, get your shit together, or we're gonna mail this kid a red hat and a Constitution.
Yeah. That's right.
Mm-hmm. He's one of us. Even though he is a violent homosexual predator, he's our violent homosexual predator. Okay. You know what? And Plum says Mario Prob's doing his makeup all right now.
It was
no shit, Plum. He was literally doing his hair when you made that comment.
That's right.
So, all right. We got us a deep dive on Alexander the Great. One of the most famous students of Aristotle. And when we say that Socrates was a great man, we're talking about a man who was a terror on the battlefield, a giant among men, and one afternoon in his leisure time invented logic, right? When we say Plato was a great man, we're talking about a man who went from the gymnasium to the Parmenides and argued the forms, taught learned men of letters that mud had value. When we say Aristotle is a great man, right? Philosophers today call him the philosopher. When you hear about Alexander the Great, understand that possibly the greatest tragedy in human history is the burning of this man's personal library.
Yep, that was one of the primary, one of the worst historical blunders of the Roman Empire. Okay, that could not be recovered from. I've read on that some, and it said that there were like prototypes for steam engines and shit. Okay, like we lost 1,000 years of technology when
at least.
Yeah, when the Roman admiral basically fired his flaming cannons at the wrong target. Anyway, so you're talking about
Mark. You say we lost 1,000 years of history. So the steam engine would not come along for another 1,000 years after that.
Correct.
Right? A little more than actually. But to say that we lost 1,000 years of history doesn't quite get to doesn't even really.
We didn't just lose history. We lost a piece of the human condition. Okay.
Yes,
we lost
but
human history. Like, for example, the reason we don't know who the Atlanteans really were is probably because that library went up in flames. Okay. The origins of Atlantis and literally what happened before the collapse, the Bronze Age collapse. Okay. And how that happened, exactly what the story was before Vesuvius, all of that was lost. Okay. So.
Well, and what I was getting at, the rate of acceleration of technological development. If there were prototypes of steam engines in the library at Alexandria,
yep.
Right, and those became reality. If they had become reality 1,000 years before they did, understand that it's only, what, 300 years
Correct.
from there to artificial intelligence and robots,
Yep.
the internet, the cell phone, right? So basically, what you're looking at there is we would be, give or take, about where we are technologically today globally before the founding of the United States.
Right. Imagine like as long as the metallurgy, okay, as long as the metallurgy could keep pace with the physics, we could have had locomotives in the 1200s. All right. Like it sounds crazy, but it's not. That's how much was lost there. And wanted to touch back to what you were talking
It simply
about.
cannot be overstated.
No, it can't. To touch back to what you said about Plato, Aristotle, Alexander the Great, being men of such incredible historical significance that their memory is effectively eternal. They are what the word genius meant in the historical sense. Okay, genius, the operative word being genos. Okay, creation.
Right.
They were men who were so brilliant and so influential. Okay, so powerful at their time that they created ideas, concepts, and things that never existed. Okay, before. Genius, literally the fonts of creation is what they were.
And you'll hear the old saw, there's nothing new under the sun. Bullshit. Bullshit. Just because a lot of things have been discovered, just because we figured out a lot of things, doesn't mean that we found them all.
Correct.
Right? That doesn't mean that we found them all by any stretch of the imagination. The burning of the library at Alexandria is the historical equivalent of the Irish discovering beer.
Yep.
Just
or no, not beer. Discovering distillation. Okay.
Yes. Fair play.
Danny says how
play.
How the pyramids were made. Yes, almost certainly the knowledge of how the pyramids were made was lost. Okay. And Patrick Brown asks, does that mean that burning that library is the reason we don't have flying cars like the Jetsons? No, that's black people. Okay, but that's a different problem. Look, man, I know we're on Clear Channel right now on YouTube, but I read the winds. Okay, and everything I'm saying is now okay. Everything that would have got me banned 5 years ago it's now you're a cuck if you don't say it. Okay, hey. Who am I?
All right.
Who am I to resist the winds of time?
All right, Mario. So I don't have us a new stinger for the history deep dives yet. So which stinger are we running to? Which video do you want to run while we kick the bums off? I've got the Pulcritito at Splendor Ordinis from last week, or there's God is Dead, Light Against the Dark, Pied Beauty, 811.
Do you have one with like body counts?
Body counts?
Yeah. Is one that involves slaughter? No, none of them are actually appropriate. It would have required a brand new video. So I guess just go with the regular deep dive.
Oh dear.
Or no. Play your most recent one. Play your most recent. I won't call it AI slop. We'll call it your most recent okay. AI banquet. Okay.
Okay.
For those who may not have seen it.
You know what? You're gonna have to bear with me a second. I don't know if I've got the most recent one loaded up to play here.
Patrick Brown is right. The one with the copper pennies from the sky actually is the closest to appropriate.
Okay. I'll have to just pull that one up on YouTube and share it as a presentation.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Here, so, go ahead and drop the cameras.
Okay.
And you want raining copper.
Chocolate rain. Ooh, Martyrs Are Monsters is pretty base too. Aaron Olson's right about that. That one dare I say rocks.
Yeah, I was super happy with Martyrs and Monsters.
But Alexander wasn't a monster. I mean, unless you're Persian.
Oh,
No, that's not true. The the Eastern Asiatic primitive peoples would have considered
Pen
it.
and page get busy. I wrote a letter to an old friend yesterday, but I maybe should have saved it for another day. Pen and page gave busy hands too much to say. Sin and rage and you just never go away. So I toss my pennies to the rain, make a wish to ease the pain. Sin and rage and you, my friend, all stay the same. And it's raining copper from the dreary sky. No more questions and no more lies. Got no time for your goodbyes. When it's raining copper from the dreary skies. I wrote a song to tell you just how much I care. Said the words I wanted to, but never dared. Never thought a simple thought could make me scared. But sin and rage and you still linger in the air. So I threw my pennies into the storm. Don't need them anymore. 'Cause sin and rage, unlike you, can't keep me warm. And it's raining copper from the dreary sky. No more questions and no more lies. Got no time for your goodbyes. When it's raining copper from the dreary sky. And now the ink runs red where your name once bled. All the things I lost still hum in my head. Try to wash them clean, but the rain turned red. Sin and rage and love for you still left for dead. I see your ghost in every shattered pane. Every drop of thunder whispers your name. I burn my prayers, but the ash remains. Sin and rage and you still stake their claim. Maybe copper buys a bit of peace. Maybe pain don't ever cease. Maybe heaven's just a space between where sin and